Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. This is episode 917 of the Immigration Answers Show. Today is September 27th. Ooh, I like the new font, Hooli. November 27th, 2025. I like that font. I'm a big font guy. You guys might not have known this, but I was the editor-in-chief of the Law Journal, and so we spent all this time looking at fonts all the time. So I consider myself a font connoisseur, and I like that new font that Hooli came up with. Oh, look, for my name too. Nice. I like that. I like that font. Roboto is the official font of Hacking Immigration Law. That is our blue right there. The other day we had a QR code in the left-hand corner. I don't know what that thing was or where it went, but it ain't there no more. I think there it is. There's our QR code. I still don't know what that takes us to when you click on it. You guys let me know. How's everybody doing? Today is Saturday. I think Hooli's got lipstick on even on a Saturday. What the heck is going on? I was down at the jail today all day, and oh my God, it was only 55 degrees on the way down there, and they had the air conditioning on full blast, and I didn't bring my hoodie. Hoodie season is upon us, and I'm very happy about that. Very excited about hoodie season. Umar got me a new Jets hoodie for my birthday. I got all my Jets hoodies. I'm ready for fall weather, cool weather. Are you guys ready for fall? I'm excited about fall. I love fall. Of course, if it's fall in America, that means it's spring in Argentina. So I guess things are going to start warming up for Hooli on the opposite end. She's still in her hoodie or her bathrobe, whichever it may be. We are live on TikTok and on YouTube. Hey, listen, we had a first yesterday. We had our first call about two couples all living in the same house together, all having relations with each other. It was quite an interesting call. So if you missed that one, it was towards the end of the show yesterday. That was a very interesting call and a tough case. So the cases are tough these days. There's no doubt about it. Oh, Brooke says, I love fonts. Yep, fonts for sure. All right. We were able to get, somebody was asking for a copy of our theme song. They're turning it into their ringtone, which I think is hilarious. Today is Saturday, the 27th of September. Robert said that he liked my video this morning. I posted a new video. It's sort of uncut. It's just me talking for 20 minutes about the month of September 2025, what I've been working on. But we'll be here for the next hour and a half, answering all of your immigration-related questions. In the waiting room, I see Island Girl, Navi, and Second Interview. I'm going to start with Island Girl. Hello. You're on mute.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Great.
So it's my first time on here.
Sure.
I just wanted to know if I'm doing the right thing. So my spouse came in the US in 2021 through the Mexican border. So initially we were a little, misinformed, not knowing a lot of stuff. I think we filed an asylum, but we had filed the asylum application, but they had sent it back saying that something was incorrect. However, we didn't really want to do that. What we really wanted to do was do an I-130. Persons were saying because I was a green card holder at the time that I couldn't file for her. However, fast forward, we got married in 2022, and we put in the I-130. We had an attorney did that. He said that there was no court case in the court when he looked it up. We're from New York City, and we got married via the I-130. I joined the military and I became a U.S. citizen. And so, we can file a PIP. So we did that in December 2024. She went in and did biometrics. It's been a year and a year and 2 months since we did the I-130 and we haven't heard anything. I was also told that I should have filed an adjustment. What is it called? Status of adjustment adjustment of status. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We should have done that right away too. Maybe that can be the reason why we haven't heard from USCIS. I was wondering if there's anything that we needed to do or didn't do or anything to prepare for, being that we're still waiting to hear from USCIS. when we check the USCIS site, it said so like I said, I'm in the military, and so I had called a military line, and the timeline had decreased from like 18 months to 6 to 8 months. She's currently at 5 months waiting time.
For the I-130?
Yeah. I haven't heard anything about the parole like the PIP or anything about her biometrics, and I was just wondering if there was anything for us to do or anything. I was wondering why it was taking so long. Also, in January, I had went ahead and filed an I-130 for my mom. She is from my home country. My mom waiting time had dropped tremendously. Her processing time is at 3 weeks now. So I'm wondering, I know that my spouse's case is very maybe complex because, like she came to the Mexican border. She didn't have a court case or anything in the court, even though I said we had filed the asylum, probably just out of being nervous and wanting to be on the safe side. So we had tried to do that within the 1 year time period. But like I said, they had sent it back saying we had missing something. We didn't follow up on it. I didn't send back anything because we really did not want it to go through that route. And so, like I said, we filed the I-130.
Why did your spouse come across the border?
It was really to get away from stuff in our home country, and that's how.
You say Trump stuff?
Some stuff in our home country.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you know her before then?
Yeah.
You two knew each other?
Yeah.
So when she came to the United States, did she move in with you right away?
Yeah.
And did she get caught at the border? Did she get processed at the port of entry? What happened?
She got processed. So she got some documents from them.
Well, those are the most important. You call them some documents. Those are the most important documents that she owns. What documents did she get?
Oh my God! Notice of appearance. She got a notice of appearance. There was no date, no court date or anything, but it had the address to whatever court she would probably had go to when they had reached out to give her a date. But like I said, she didn't get a date or anything. We we called the court's line. There was nothing out with her name.
Well, so tell me what happened. So she shows up at a port of entry. She makes it into the United States unseen. Like what? When is her first interaction with the government?
Okay, so when she got to the border, they took her out of the car, of course, handcuffed her, brought her into whatever the holding place, processed her. Did they do a fingerprint? Yeah. They did fingerprints on her.
How long was she in detention?
Like less than 24 hours, maybe like 6-7 hours.
And you're down there to pick her up?
No.
Okay.
So they flew her here.
They flew her, or she flew?
No, she flew. They organized for her to fly to New York.
Okay, and did they parole her in? Like, did they give her an I-94, or did they say she was inspected, or did they say she was uninspected?
Did they say you were inspected or anything? So they didn't really say much to her, but when we had an attorney looked at the document, they said she was paroled into the country.
What country is she from?
Jamaica.
Okay. So she gets paroled into the United States to file an asylum claim, which she never does.
Right.
Did she have a credible fear interview when she was being detained?
No interviews.
So, how did you get your green card?
My dad filed for me when I was younger.
Okay, good. Okay. And when you filed the I-130 for her, did you use an attorney?
Yes, sir.
And why did that attorney not file an I-45 for adjustment?
He said he was supposed to wait. He's like, oh, we're going to do the I-130 first. That's what he said. But then we went ahead and then he said we could do a parole in place after I got done with military training. And then that's what we did. So he didn't say anything about an adjustment of status. When I spoke with him some time ago, I was saying to him like, hey, why didn't we file an adjustment of status? And he said, okay, well, we can go ahead and do it now. So I was wondering why we didn't file it too.
So I don't know. What did he say?
He didn't say anything. I really don't remember him saying anything. He just said, okay, we can file adjustment of status right now.
Okay, and so just to be clear, what we have pending right now is an I-130 and an I-131F for parole in place, right?
Right.
Those neither of the. When did you file? You filed the I-130 first, or the parole in place first?
The I-130 first. That was filed in July 2024.
And the parole in place?
It was filed. Damn. They're looking for on the thing and try the date when the priority date that you see. But I know she went to do the fingerprint in December 2024.
Right. So no decision on either application.
No, sir.
Okay. So we think that parole in place has been on file for about a year if she had biometrics on that in November.
Could you say that again, please?
Sure. So the parole in place has been pending for about a year?
Almost a year. From December.
Okay, so I don't think anyone's going to buy this. We didn't file for asylum. I mean, number one, I don't know if there was an asylum case. And number two, I don't know if she told them she was coming to apply for asylum and then never did. No one's going to like that.
She didn't tell them anything. They didn't allow her to say anything. They just took them.
I don't believe that. They weren't just letting any. I mean, they were letting people in like nobody's business, but it wasn't like that.
Well, she told me they didn't ask her anything about asylum. It was 4 of them, and they didn't ask her anything about asylum. She said only one person told them that person that they were seeking an asylum. She said she didn't say anything to them about asylum.
Okay. Well, the Trump people consider this not a valid entry. The Trump people are screwing people out of parole in place. So I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if they're going to like the fact that she came to the United States with an intention of marrying you and why she didn't just wait outside the United States like everybody else. So I think this is a very tough case. It seems to be stuck. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if this is all going to work out. I hope it does, but it sounds like not much is happening. And I think they're slow walking the parole in place because they don't want to give her a green card.
Okay. So with that being said, what do we do? Do we just sit and wait?
I don't know what else you can do.
So do we still go ahead and file up adjustment of status?
You got to get parole in place first. You got to get that approved.
Okay.
Most likely. I mean, is this lawyer, do you trust this lawyer that you have?
At first I did, but I know everybody's case is different. And so I felt like, like asking, just as I come in here asking for your advice, I don't know if there was something that he missed or if what he's saying, that's what the game is. At first I did, but I was just wondering like, okay, why is everything taking so long? Even though I know it's a complex case, it's not a simple I-130.
And Donald Trump is president now.
Right.
And they don't think she has a valid entry.
Right. So he doesn't really give me a bad vibe, to be honest, but I just feel like, maybe let me just see if there's something else that he missed or, whatever. The fact that he didn't allow us to, the fact that he didn't say, okay, let's file an adjustment of status 2 at the time, I was just wondering if he had missed anything else. So
I mean, the only other question is, you could sue them to try to get them moving. Where you guys live in New York now?
Yes, sir, New York.
So you could sue to get a decision on the I-130 and the parole in place, but I might wait till the end of the year to do that. So I would say if you don't have anything by January, call me back, and then we could talk about suing them to get a decision on both.
Okay, sir.
All right?
All right, thank you.
Thanks for the call.
No problem.
Big ups to all the yardies. Yes, smoke detector batteries. Everyone change your smoke detector batteries. I think you're supposed to do that on the 21st of September and April 1st every year, or March 21st every year. So everyone make sure to change your batteries. Second interview. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Jim.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
I hear you great. How are you doing?
Thank you. Oh my God, I'm not doing good. I'm very stressed. And I had, I even don't know if I have the case anymore.
Let's Let's
what
start at
kind of
let's start at the beginning. When did you come to
yeah,
the United
I-
States?
yeah. I came 2 years ago, 1996, August 11, and
1990,
I came
1990, 1996 or
1996. Yes, Mr. John, 30, almost 30 years ago.
okay, and what kind of visa did you have?
I had tourist visa B. I mean, B2.
Yep. And then so you were supposed to be here for 6 months and then you were supposed to go home and you never went back.
Yes, I never went back because I met someone. I
Mhm.
got married, but he was not a citizen,
Okay.
so it doesn't matter. I had a child who is 21, and
I
he
figured.
petitioned. Yes, and he petitioned for me in October 14, 9, October 14, 2024.
Okay.
And I had an attorney. He submitted all the forms, I-130, I-845, I-765, and 864. And he screwed me so badly. I got RFE because he didn't request of my joint sponsors financial documents properly.
Okay.
And then I asked him to get my file, and then he went to Africa. He kind of disappeared,
The
and I
lawyer?
asked him to get my and I asked to get my file as soon as possible. And he said if I come to get my file, he's gonna call security. So I had to hire another attorney to get my file. And when I got my file with another attorney, we saw that he submitted I-130A. He submitted I-130A for my child parent petition. And my ex-husband was already dead. My ex-husband died in 2018, but he still submitted I-130A, and he forged my ex-husband's signature on that application.
You're fucking kidding me.
I'm not. No, I'm not kidding you. So my attorney submitted an amendment. My actually third attorney with whom I went to interview,
Yeah.
he submitted amendment because second attorney withdraw withdrew. I don't know why, because he probably didn't know how to submit correctly G28 forms. So when I received EAD and social security cards, those cards went to my first attorney office. So when I confronted my second attorney why my documents go to my first attorney, he withdrew. So after he withdrew, I received a notice to first interview, and I actually contacted your office about first interview, and I talked to you through the live chat. You said absolutely you can help, but then I received email from the office that you were not able to help. Maybe schedule didn't work or something. I don't know. So I hired another attorney in Chicago, and he went to first interview. So after first interview, I think it went very smoothly. I asked those general questions to show my passport, my marriage, divorce decrees, my name changes, if I ever was arrested. And actually, what happened? I had an accident in 2012, and I had court disposition. I mean, I had a citation, and I include that court disposition disclosed to my first attorney, who marked Q25 on I-485 as yes, but he didn't explain what was it. So my second attorney submit amendment and and changed, corrected to that Q25 had to be no, even though I disclosed and I submitted that traffic citation. So maybe that's the reason my second attorney withdrew. So my third attorney went with me on the first interview, and after first interview, he explained about that I-30A form
Yeah.
that was submitted with forged signature. He wrote an amendment, and he corrected that Q25 answer. What happened? That I was never charged or had any criminal records, and I think it went smooth. But then after 2 weeks, I received notice for second interview. I'm not sure I'm not gonna leave that. So yesterday I went to second interview, and the officer was the same officer, And he started asking me the same questions. And he said, before we start the interview, do you understand that it's everything I'm going to record and everything under oath? I said, officer, absolutely. And then
And you had
he asked me,
you had attorney number 3 with you, right?
I had attorney number 3.
Okay, good.
So I said, yes, officer, and understand. And then he asked me to show passport, my old Lithuania passport, which proved my name that which I entered United States. I had visa, I had I-94 form. I mean, I showed him the first passport, and I showed him second my updated passport with my new name. And then he said, have you ever had different names? I said, no, I haven't. Even my first name is with Lithuanian naming ending A, like Susanna, Mariana. But they said Americans like call me Susan and Marian, like short. And I said, that's all names. It's like a nickname. So I said, okay, it's not a problem. And then he asked if I changed any birth dates or anything. I said, in my country, in Europe, sometimes, not sometimes, but like when we write date of birth, we start with a day, then we write a month, and then
Like
the year.
like
In
April 7th,
America,
like April 7th or 7/4.
so yeah, so in my country, would see 7, April, and year.
Right.
So we replace date, day, and months for some reason. So my first passport, but I checked the passports, everything was fine. Was August 2nd and the end of the year, everything matched. So then he said again, do you understand that I'm recording everything? I said,
Fuck.
yes, officer, I do. But I had any idea what was going on.
Yeah, yeah.
And then my attorney says, tell the truth, tell the truth. And I'm telling the truth.
Yeah.
And then the officer says, so when was the last time you entered the United States? I said, last time I entered the United States was when I entered first time, it was 1996, August 11. And have you ever left the country? I said, no, I lost my brother in 2012. I said, I didn't go to the funeral. I lost my father in 2020. I didn't go to the funeral. I never left the country for any reason because I couldn't. I didn't have any documents, any green cards, and I knew I never come back.
Right.
And then he says, are your parents alive? I said, my dad passed away in 2020, but my mom said still alive. And then he said, did they ever told you that police or government is looking for you? I said, no, I've been 30 years. I talk to my mom on the phone every single day, and my mom never told me anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then my attorney, he's like, police, tell the truth, tell the truth, tell the truth. And I'm already under so pressure. And I'm telling you, I said, I don't have anything to hide.
Wait.
Anything to hide.
Was there something you had told your attorney that hadn't come out yet, or he was just randomly?
No, I just told about my first ex-husband because I was married in Lithuania, and he was cuckoo. He had concussion. He served in Afghanistan, and he was very abusive.
Yeah.
And so when I came to United States, he said, if you ever divorce me, I will kill you. So that's the reason I try not to leave United States, because my mom said he's looking for you. He was looking for me, but not the police, not the government, and that's all.
In Lithuania.
So in Lithuania, correct.
Okay.
So I was literally afraid to go, and that's why I overstayed. But with the idea that sooner or later I'm gonna go back to my country, and it never happened because I met my second husband, who is dead now. So then the officer, he said, looks like we have to get a police clearance from your country. And I was literally shocked because I was not in my country. And he said, we have a name hit. And I said, okay, I get the clearance letter, but I have no idea, officer, what's going on. I can swear, I raised both hands, and they said, I swear under oath, I have no idea because I was not in the country 30 years. And then I said, I really don't know what's going on. And if I talk to my mom every day, my mom already by now in 30 years, 30 days. My mom already would knew that someone is looking for me, right?
Yeah.
But what happened, that officer was kind of really nice to me, and he said, I can leave your room and you can talk to your attorney. And oh my God, I need some water. And when I start talking to my attorney, he started yelling at me that you have to admit the truth, you have to tell the truth. And I said, I don't know, what truth do you want from me? I don't know what to say. Because there is nothing I could tell, because I didn't have anything at all. And he was not on my side. He was like worse than officer. He was yelling at me. And then he said, you don't have any choice that to withdraw your case. He said, you have to withdraw your case. Because he said, if they're gonna find something, they will charge USCIS with the fraud. If you don't withdraw now, they find you and charge you with fraud, and you're gonna be deported, then you're gonna be blah blah blah. And I got so scared. And then when officer came back, he said, so I need to know what is your decision. And I said, officer, I looks like I don't have the choice. Just follow my attorney and withdraw. And I withdraw. An officer said, okay. An officer said, okay. And then they asked the officer, he said, so now I'm screwed probably because I-485 was the only pending thing that could protect me. I'm in America 30 years and now I don't have anything. An officer said, no, don't worry, no one's gonna deport you. And then when we left the room, an officer was nicer than my attorney. And when we went to the room, I told the officer, thank you so much, officer, for being kind to me. And he said, my pleasure. And I said, officer, if I refile, can you take my case? He said, no, I don't know. I can't, we cannot choose the cases. And when I was walking out of the building, my attorney was so nice to me. He said, let's go to my office and now we sit and talk what we're gonna do next. And I'm so sorry, Mr. Jim. And
You're
then
fine.
we sat in the office. And then attorney said, I'm so proud of you. You did very good job by withdrawing. And then he said, now I need to call your son and inform him what happened. And he said, I said, don't call my son because he's at university in college now and he's taking classes. Don't call him. I will tell him and explain what happened. And I was start throwing up and I left the room. I went to the bathroom. And when I come back, he was already talking to my son. And after he finished talking to my son, he said, now I need to call Lithuanian council. Oh, here we go. To my Lithuanian council and talk to him and ask for the clearance letter. So why he couldn't do without withdrawing this? Now I don't know, Mr. Jim, what to do. I don't know if can reinstate or do something because I didn't want to withdraw. I was so scared because he pressured me. I don't know what to do. I'm so sorry. 3 attorneys, Mr. Jim. I had 3 attorneys who screwed me for what? I paid them good money. I tried to do my best. I was truthful. I was honest. I didn't make any fraud in 30 years. I waited for this day, for this time. You screwed me so bad. I can't believe it. Attorneys can do, Mr. Jim. Probably you're the only one on earth that good attorney and love people. I don't know what to do. I'm so screwed. I don't know what to do. I don't know why he did it. And I check on the internet. I check ChatGPT. And I'm probably gonna, I don't know if I can refile again. I don't want to hire an attorney. I go myself. I don't know what to do. I don't trust anyone anymore.
I bet.
9 months, no, 11 months I'm being like this, stress after stress, attorney after attorney. One idiot submitted I-38 and forged my dead husband's signature when I showed him death certificate. I showed him passport signature. He had all the documents. He still submitted and screwed my application. How it's even impossible? How? I don't know what to do now. Can I reinstate or can I resubmit? I'm gonna get that letter from Lithuania, the police clearance letter, because I know I didn't do anything. It was just name hit. And you know what else my third attorney said in interview room? Interpol is looking for you. If you go to Lithuania at the airport, they're gonna arrest you. They scared me so bad that I didn't know what to do. If Interpol was looking for me, then I talked today to my mom. I said, Mom, tell me if police is looking for me. And my mom said, I know it's not funny, but she started laughing. She said, yeah, 30 years police or government looking for you and they can find you? BS.
I'm very sad for you.
Thank you.
I'm very sad for everything that you've gone through. And I'm sure that you really we're really looking forward to getting this behind you. And it's like all this stuff that's not your fault has come up and presented itself to you, right?
Exactly. And that's what hurts the most. I pay the attorneys. I trust them. I follow their guidance. I follow all these 11 months, and that's all I did.
Can I ask a
And
question?
Please, yeah.
Remember how you said that the interviewing officer stepped out and gave you a bit of time with your attorney?
Mm-hmm.
Before he left and gave you that break with your attorney, did he suggest that you withdraw the case, or did your attorney suggest that you withdraw the case?
No. My officer didn't suggest anything. When he came back, even he asked to continue, or you would like to withdraw, because my attorney, he started talking about withdrawal. It was my attorney's idea.
So the officer only brought up withdrawal after your attorney brought up withdrawal.
Correct.
Okay. So I want to be real clear that we don't do anything to identify any of your attorneys. Okay. I can't do that on the show. Like, that would be bad for both of us. Okay.
I understand.
Is this lawyer older than me though? Is it like an old time? It sounds like an old timer person.
He has 33 years of experience, and he said I'm very good. But I think he's 64, 65, something.
And
I can email you his name.
Yeah. When the officer stepped out, that's when he started yelling at you?
Yeah. I mean, he literally not yell, but his gestures, he's not yelling like full mouth, but he raised his tone and he said, you have to admit, you know what you did, why you have to admit, Interpol is gonna look for you.
In other words,
that language.
In other words, he didn't believe you at all. He didn't give you the benefit of the doubt at all. Right?
Right, but he knew that I didn't go to my country 30 years. So what, my ghost did the crime? Who did the crime?
So it is your ex-husband who fought in Afghanistan, is that person still alive?
Yes.
Do you think he probably filed a false police report on you in Lithuania? I think that's probably what happened.
I don't know. I haven't been to that country 2 years, Mr. Jim. That's why I'm trying to figure out. I don't know what's going on.
The officer didn't give you any tips or hints about what it was or anything?
No, what officer said, we have a name hit in your country, in Lithuania, and looks like we need a police clearance letter. That's all what he said.
So I'm trying to put myself in the lawyer's shoes. If I'm sitting there and you're sitting next to me, and obviously you and I have spoken before your interview that you've been in the United States, as you said, since, what was it, 1996?
1996, August 11.
Yeah. So I would have handled the break very differently. I would have turned to you and said, it sounds like they got some. I mean, I wouldn't have gotten mad at you. It's not your fault. I would have said,
Exactly.
if you've been here since, and did the officer say that it's something that happened after 1996?
No, he didn't say anything. He just said, we need a decision. What you want to do? You want to continue or you want to withdraw? Because my attorney started.
As far as the crime that put you on their list, do you know when that allegedly happened?
No, have no idea.
But in theory, don't tell me exactly how old you were, but roughly how old were you in 1996?
27, 29.
Yeah. Okay.
28.
Yeah. Okay. So in theory, it could be.
I'm not a kid anymore.
Huh?
I'm not a kid anymore. I know what I'm doing.
Neither of us are. So, in theory, this could have been something before you came, or else it was after. And then, you know, I mean, I would doubt that there's something from Interpol or the Lithuanian police from before 1996. It's got to be something more recent. Oh, I know what I'm going to ask you. Again, don't tell me your name or anything, but do you have a common Lithuanian name or a unusual Lithuanian name?
Common, very nice Lithuanian name, totally.
But like, is it like Jane Smith? That like where lots of people are named Jane Smith, or is it something that's sort of
regular Lithuanian name? Nothing crazy, yeah.
So it could be somebody else.
I mean, it could obviously. See, because my ex-husband, when he was so pissed at me that I left to America, he said, if you divorce me, I'm gonna kill you. Then my mom said he remarried right before he divorced me. He divorced me in 1998. And then my mom said he remarried after divorce. So maybe his wife did something and they tried to conceal something with his, I don't know. I have all totally different ideas, but Mr. Jim, I wish I knew. I wish so badly I knew something.
It's okay. We'll find out. It's okay. We can find this out. I mean, I have to say, I know that you're upset and I know the lawyer didn't do what you wanted to do, but I will say that withdrawal might not have been the worst thing in the world, right? Like, in a way, it could have been. I mean, in theory, the officer could have said, all right, you withdrew it. Trump wants me to find as many people as possible to
I'm scared now.
Deport, and could have taken you into custody right there, called ICE during the break and had him come up, right?
Yeah.
So it does sound like you had a very nice officer.
Exactly.
That very well could have happened. Now, I believe if I were your lawyer, what I would do now is, I hate to say it, did you only withdraw the 45, or you couldn't withdraw the I-130? Your son wasn't there?
My son was on first interview. My I-130 is approved. It's still case is open, but on the website it's already shows that even interview is canceled and cases withdrawn. I-45.
Yeah,
and
I would file a new
EAD is.
Sorry. Yeah, EAD is too. I would file a new 45 next week just to get you back into something pending.
Oh, that quick. But Mr. Jim, can I file that I-45 without attorney and without Lithuanian clearance letter from police?
You can. Yeah,
I
mean, you need to get that Lithuanian clearance, police clearance.
I know, because I'm curious now too what's going on.
But you have nothing protecting you right now. ICE could come and get you tomorrow morning.
I know, that's not, I'm stressed.
Yeah. I don't know. Did the lawyer talk to someone in Lithuania to get you that file, or what I would do is I would file a new 45 on Monday or Tuesday, and I would hire a lawyer in Lithuania to find out what's going on with the police record, a criminal lawyer in Lithuania to track down your records and then see if you can get it cleaned up.
I can get clearance letter. I already talked to my mom, and I'm already getting my passport, my copies, and no.
I don't think clearance letter is enough. I don't think clearance letter is enough. I think you need to do a deep dive. You need to hire someone and pay money to track down what the hell they're talking about. You need to go all the way to the source. You need the police report. You need everything related to this.
Got it. Thank you so much.
You're
That's
welcome.
a good idea. I mean, I'm just doing step by step already to get a clearance letter.
Clearance letter is something that generally people get for the State Department. That's okay.
But that's what officer asked me.
Yeah, I know, but you're going to get a different officer, right? But you're most likely going to get a different officer. So I would say, let's not do the bare minimum just to maybe make that one officer happy. Let's smash it by finding someone, paying a little bit of money. It shouldn't be expensive. Paying a little money to figure out what it was, figure out how it happened, and then figure out how to get it lifted, all while your green card case is pending.
Right.
Yeah, and if you want, I know you're done with lawyers, but if you want our help with the 485 and to help you with the rest of the stuff and to help you with your next interview, I'm sure Monty or I would come. One of us would come to Chicago and work on this with you.
And approximately how much that would be?
I don't know, $5,000 is what we charge. I know you're sick of paying lawyers, but I mean, that's $5,500 is what we pay for a green card case. A lot of this stuff's done, but there's also extra work that needs to be done. So I'm not trying to sell you my services. I'm just saying you shouldn't go to another interview without a lawyer. And one who will believe you, I should say.
But there is no way to reinstate this. That's 485 now.
Not that I know of.
Understood. And then when I apply for I-485, that Q question 25, should I answer yes or no? Or Q26, I had a crime, I didn't have the crime. That's probably what we hit.
Tell the truth. Stick to your stick. If you've never been arrested, put no. If you've never been charged with a crime, put no.
Got it. And I have to submit EAD, 765, a new medical form.
Yep.
A new medical form, right?
Mm-hmm.
And do I need anything else?
You probably want to apply for a new work card.
So EAD, 765.
Mm-hmm.
And medical card. So if I decide to go with your office, what should I do? Because I already contacted you once and I was declined. Yeah,
I'm sorry about that. I wish that hadn't happened. Juli's giving me a thumbs up, so we can reach out to you. Juli will send you a note today if you want to talk to us.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Jim. But I mean, it's still doable.
Yeah. I mean, what I was going to say was, putting myself in the lawyer's shoes, I understand why he urged you to withdraw it, but I don't know that I would have withdrawn it. I would have asked for. I would have said, "Hey, can you give us an 87-day request for evidence?" And then I would have told you, "Let's go." I mean, I wouldn't have gotten mad. I wouldn't have gotten scared. Sometimes lawyers put their friendly, and this is why I asked you if it was like an old person. Sometimes they put their friendly relationship with the local USCIS officer over the interest of the client. I'm not saying that it's right, and I think it's wrong, but it does happen, especially with people who don't want to look bad in front of the immigration officer. Like, I think USCIS is often looking at me and like, shit, Hacking, I can't believe you brought me this case. I'm not there to please them, right? I'm not there to make them like me. I'm there to win my fucking case. So I might have said withdraw it. I certainly wouldn't have treated you like that. And I think most likely what I would have done is said, look, dude, give me 87 days, which is the max I can get on an RFE, and I will track this shit. This is definitely what I would have said. I will track this shit down and get it back to you as fast as I can so you can approve this green card. That's exactly what I would have done. I mean, core value number one around here is we fight for immigrants, and that guy didn't fight for you at all.
Exactly. So, and felt like he was more on officer's side than mine. An officer was nicer to me than
as you said, the officer was nicer than him.
Officer was nicer to me than attorney. That's what pissed me off seriously, and that's why I threw up after interview. Literally.
I'm very sorry.
Officer was really nicer than attorney.
I love the Chicago office. I like the Chicago office a lot. I mean, truth be told, they could have been he could have been a whole lot meaner. He could have called. He could have said, "While you took the break, I called ICE. They're going to meet you down at the bottom of the escalator."
Exactly. And that's what my attorney said. He tried to scare me. He said, if you lie or you had crime and you lie, they're gonna take you, they detain you, and your son will have to pay $50,000 or $100,000 bond. I mean, so that's why I got scared. And when he said you have to withdraw, and when actually officer came back in the room, I said, "So what's your final decision?" I said, "Officer, I don't want to withdraw, but looks like I don't have any chance because my attorney advised me to."
Okay. Well, I got about 45 minutes left of the show. I'll send you an email when the show's over. Okay, Juli, send me all that.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr.
You're welcome. On behalf of the legal, on behalf of the legal profession, I apologize. That was really sad. Really sad. Seems like a very nice lady. We don't get many calls from Lithuania. I think I might remember her if she was on the show. We might get one Lithuanian call a year. Please give me a thumbs up. Yeah. Dan is here. Hello. Dan?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, so as far as financial intermingling goes, how would you, for a couple that's consular problem, how does that look when we use WISE? So,
You're breaking up a little bit.
So like WISE is like a, okay, how about now?
Yep. So you're asking about financial commingling and then something about an app or something.
Yeah, WISE.
WISE. Okay.
Where it's like, you know, financial tech services to change money, and you can like store balances, but it's not actually a bank. Like they're emphatic about not being a actual bank, even though they issue a debit card and they have international bank account numbers to do money transfers. So if our money is intermingled on WISE, do we call that a bank account because it walks and talks like a bank account, or is that?
I think the most important thing is this like crypto?
No, it's like foreign currencies like pesos, dollars, things like that, euros.
Is your spouse in the United States or overseas?
Overseas.
Overseas, okay. So yeah, I mean, putting aside the technology part of it, really the most important thing is, and they don't really hold spouses that live overseas to the same standard as when they both live in the United States for commingling assets. But anything that demonstrates that you are sharing things is helpful. So whether it's called a bank or not, that doesn't really matter. What matters is that you both put into it and you both have access to it.
Okay. I was mainly kind of having a red flag on it in terms of like any potential misrepresentations, because Americans overseas with foreign bank accounts, if, you know, with IRS data sharing and everything else that's going on,
that's a totally different thing. If that's what you're concerned about, then you need to talk to money people, because I don't know anything about that. I can only talk about the immigration benefits of having commingled money. But as far as whether they're going to look at, I mean, what I was going to say was, if you're talking about international fund transfers in different currencies, they're going to get all weird about, hey, should we be talking to the IRS down the hall? So I can't really talk about that. If you're asking me, Jim, have you ever had a case where USCIS forwarded banking information about an applicant and there were IRS consequences? I would say absolutely.
Mm-hmm. See, yeah, that's so, because it's not a bank, it's just on the back end, they just have bank accounts with different institutions across the world, Credit Suisse, Chase, whatever. And so that's how they kind of make it so you can hold foreign currency and do transfers without having to go through the Foreign Account Tax Compliance Act, and it's on your IRS and stuff like that, or even when it comes to the financial disclosures, there's going to be no overseas bank account. I just don't want there to be, like, on the affidavit of support, any issue with, like, what is this bank account? It's not on anything else on your. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So again, I can give no advice about the tax consequences of anything other than to say they do share information. That's all I can say, because that's all I know.
Okay. All right.
Thanks, Dan. Bye, buddy. Jamal is here. Hello, Jamal.
How are you? I'm
Great. How are you doing? What's up?
So I had a question. So my wife was she was kidnapped in Nigeria, and she was recently kidnapped over the last weekend, and she feels like Nigeria isn't safe, and she was wondering about whether or not she could come in as a refugee at this point because she doesn't feel safe.
She can start that process. It takes about 6 years.
Oh.
If she's and when you go through the refugee process, you don't pick what country you go to.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right.
That's it.
Yeah, that's about it.
Okay, thanks. Julie, I'm switching to the Wi-Fi. I don't know. Everyone says I'm breaking up.
I hear you perfectly fine. It was the last caller, Dan, that it was breaking up.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I switched over to the Wi-Fi. I'll just leave this on. Let's see. Everyone says I'm breaking up. I don't know, but I think it was the last caller. It was him.
Yeah.
Everyone let us know if it's Jim or the caller. Thanks, Julie. See, she did have lipstick on. I was right. All right, let's go to Mo. Hello, Mo.
Hi, Jim. Can you hear me? Good.
Yes,
how are you
doing?
Good. Thanks for
Thank
time.
you.
I had a quick question about the F1 status. I was applying for asylum.
Hold on. You're talking too fast.
Yeah.
Status to asylum.
F1 student status. Yeah, I wanted to ask if someone with on F1 status and apply for asylum attain the F1 status at the same time, can they use like EAD card from asylum and also maintain F1 status, or
no? As soon as you use the asylum EAD, it
terminate?
Yep.
And like the next question is it possible to change the status from pending asylum to like employment-based categories like NIW or perm from company, or for those there should be like a non-immigrant background like visa for change from those to employment-based green card?
I'll say this. It only works if the person was in valid status, non-immigrant status at the time they applied for asylum.
Oh, okay.
And you have to fight with USCIS to get them to admit that it works. So they don't just say, oh yeah, you're in status. You like have to beat them over the head and show them case law and stuff. Like, it's very hard. I'm appealing this right now in San Bernardino, California. It's very hard to demonstrate that that rule does apply and that it carries you over.
Right. And just my last question: if for any reason asylum case denied by USCIS, the affirmative one, and that applicant still has like a F1 status, do they refer to court for second chance, or they just close the case?
Yeah, they would only refer it if you then fill out a status on your F1.
Oh, okay, got it. Thank
So
you so
no.
much.
You're welcome, Mo. See ya. All right, I don't know about the audio, people. Must be those damn squirrels are back. N400, hello.
Hi, good morning, Jim. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I have N400 coming up interview, and before that, I got approved my I-751. I got my 10-year green card, and then they scheduled my N400. But unfortunately, I got a traffic ticket. So I got a bad feeling that I won't get the ticket from the court before my interview. What do you think of that? It's just I got a tinted ticket. I get stopped by that.
A tinted ticket?
Yes, and my car is tint, a little dark, and CHP pulled me over.
So I take the position that tinted tickets go with the vehicle, not with the person. I don't know that that's one you have to
Nah,
discuss.
they put the ticket on my name.
Okay. So when is your interview?
Next month. Based on my experience, it take a while before I get the ticket from the court.
Do you have a copy of the ticket?
I do, yeah, and I get the corrected already. I took off the tint, and I'm just waiting for the from the court that I will get. Then I can pay that. It probably $25.
Does the ticket say the name of the officer who gave you that?
I think so. Yes.
So this is what I would do. So I would go to the police station where that police officer works, and I would bring a box of donuts.
Okay.
And I would talk to the clerk and say, "Hey, these are for the police. I really appreciate all their hard work. I'm wondering if there's any way that I can talk to Officer Smith." And the reason I want to talk to Officer Smith is I got this ticket, and I have my naturalization interview coming up. I'm asking for him to either process it in the court as fast as he or she can so that I can pay it,
Okay.
or to dismiss it so that it doesn't screw up my citizenship case.
Okay, but it will affect. I mean, like if I go and then I don't settle it yet, then it's gonna be
Then they won't schedule you for a ceremony.
if I pass. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that, Jim.
Oh, you're gonna pass, brother. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, I know. My history is very clear. They just approved my green card before my naturalization. They gave me 10 years already.
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you very much. Have a good day to you.
Good luck. All right, looks like Shan's back from yesterday. Hello, Shan. You're on mute.
Hi, Jim.
Hello, long time no talk.
Happy Saturday.
Yeah, what's up?
I only have a follow-up question for you from
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah.
So my wife was a bit concerned about me filing that freedom of information thing that you said we should do.
Yeah.
She's worrying that if I do, I'll be triggering them water boys to be on my back. What is your suggestion? Should I just leave it or what? Because she's like, I don't think you should because we haven't done anything in a while, and maybe when you do it, you're gonna be on their radar now. What do you think?
I think that I don't want to talk. Sometimes I talk too much like a lawyer. I would say that if you do that, there's a chance that could happen. I've never heard of it in my whole life. I've never seen it. I've never felt it, but I can't eliminate that as a possibility.
Okay.
And really, you're probably just going to sit tight no matter what. So
Right.
I mean, it'd be nice to have a FOIA, but you can get it later if you need it.
Yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait until I'm at least a little bit further into this administrating these people. This guy is like maybe like 2 years in, 3 years in to see what's gonna happen by the end of next year before I think about doing anything. Because I have never gotten a ticket. I've never got in trouble with anything about the law other than this what we're trying to fight right now. So I am staying off of every radar just to be on the safe side.
Thanks, Shan.
All right. Thank you, Jamie. Have a good day.
Yep. Bye. Yeah. I mean, I don't think anyone can guarantee that sending in a FOIA triggers something. A lot of times we'll do a FOIA and have it come to our office, but I don't know. KT's asking about, do we handle cases in LA? Immigration is federal, so we can help in all 50 states. Is there a reason why I'm not getting on the call? What do I need to do? Well, you need to come over to YouTube. So the calls are actually on YouTube. What's up, Chico? You need to come over to YouTube. You can text the word show to 314-470-3300 and you'll get a text whenever I go live, which will be on Monday. Probably. Monday's sort of crazy though. I got to go to ICE and I have a naturalization appeal. Anyway, that's how you do it. You come over to YouTube and that's where you ask me a question. Lordy. Hello, Lordy. That's what my grandma used to say. Oh, Lordy. Hello. I think Lordy must be doing something. Let's go to EB3, fell out of status after filing the I-45. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
So I have a thank you for having me. So I
Sure.
have an interview on September 5th, and right now I'm doing EB unskilled, and I was one visa international student. My 485 is like noted on May 30, 2022, and my I-20 terminate in September 6, 2022, and my EAD approved on September 14, 2022, and I start working for my sponsor in October 26, 2022. So when I went on my interview in September 5th this year, my officer say that I fell out of status for my non-immigration, and she think it was a no, and she changed it to a yes. And I'm very worried that like, is it any possible that they gonna deny my green card due to I'm out of status after I filed it?
No, that's not a grounds for denying it. I think you have a bigger problem though, okay? Which you haven't raised yet. So tell me, when did you first come to the United States?
It's in 2017, August 4, 2017.
And did you come to do English as a second language classes first?
Yes,
How
that's
long
correct.
did, how long did you stay in ESL courses before switching over to something else?
So I applied for EB3 since 2019, and they failed my first LC, and then they applied for me.
Wait, I don't want to know anything about the green card stuff. I don't care about that for right now. What I want, the issue that I'm raising for you is the issue that has happened on the last. I've had two cases just like yours, which is exactly why I knew to ask you about English as a second language. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I want to know is, how long did you stay on F1 status just taking English classes?
5 years.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. So they think at USCIS, they think that there's this mystery company out on the internet that says, come to America, get an F1, sign up for English classes, don't graduate, don't get a certificate, don't work towards anything. We'll file an LC for you, get your green card case started, and then when your priority date becomes current, then you can get a green card. So I actually think your bigger problem is the fact isn't about falling out of status after your 485 was on file. I think your bigger problem is that you were here for a really long time and you weren't what's called working towards a degree. You weren't achieving much. And so after English, did you get an associate's degree or a bachelor's degree or anything?
I have not.
Yeah, I think you're screwed. I've seen this case already. I think that case is going to get denied because they're going to say you abuse the F1 system to get in the United States and file for an unskilled worker job, and you really had no plan to ever get a degree. So when you go to did they talk to you about this at your interview?
She did ask me like, did I ever graduate like associate degree or bachelor degree something, and I say I do not. And she did ask me like, so have I ever studied business? And I say, that's in my parent plan at the beginning, but I never, I actually switched my major. And she asked me like if, so she asked me about, but she didn't look at my transcript. Like she
Right.
didn't look and take
Because she
nothing.
already knows you didn't do anything. You didn't advance at all. So I think she already knows she has a denial in her back pocket. I haven't seen this in a while. I'll tell you when I saw this last time was during the first Trump administration. So I think this case is probably headed to a denial because you didn't work towards anything. You just hung out here for 5 years without getting a certificate or a degree. Like I've won these cases twice because my clients barely got something like a certificate or something, but you didn't get anything.
She did ask me a lot about the money that I paid for my lawyer that they filed for this paper. She asked me a lot, and all about like where I live. Cause I transferred to 3 different school, and she kept asking me where I live.
Yep.
Like
I think, what country are you from?
I'm from Vietnam.
Yeah. I think that they think there's people in Vietnam and other countries who sort of sell this as a thing. So she was asking you about if you paid the lawyer for the green card stuff.
She asked me like if I pay for my lawyer or for my sponsor, and I pay for Kennedy for my lawyer. And then she asked many times that how I know that the money go to Kennedy but not like Abilene, something like that. And like she wants if I pay for to get the green card.
Well,
And then she asked how I get money to pay for if I'm not working.
so I would say that they are using you to investigate these companies and that this is all going to get denied.
Yeah, because like all the people who have priority day in January and February 2021, they all get approved after they submit in medical. And like everybody else from March 2021 and like April, the priority day, everybody called for the interview, every single body. But so far I know it's only me and one other woman still waiting. Everybody else get approved.
Right. So I think you're in trouble.
Do you know if any string for me if they deny me and like I can do something?
Yeah, they're going to put you in deportation.
Oh. So normally this case they're not gonna let me even reopen it.
I don't think so. You didn't do anything for 5 years. You just hung out here, waiting to get your green card. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. When you're on an F1, you're supposed to be advancing yourself. You're supposed to be getting better. You're supposed to be getting a degree or a certificate at least. So whoever told you to do this really did you wrong a long time ago. Thanks for the call. Big problem. Cheeky Boo, hello.
Hey,
Hi.
hey. So I have a quick question. So, um, I applied for my wife last year. She's been traveling since 2014, and the only she has a B2 visa, and the only issue is that we submitted the I-130 and the 485, right?
Okay.
And we did the interview on May, and they are pending their decision. Now, the only issue is that she has a shoplifting thing from Walmart from last year, and we submitted all that in. We submitted that she completed the course and everything like that. So our issue, or our question is like, um, what do you think? Since we're waiting for a response, a decision, this shoplifting thing, which, you know, she did not do. She doesn't have any prior criminal record, none of that stuff. It was just a misunderstanding at self checkout. But with this
My brother,
being what it is, go
real
ahead.
quick, just really
Mhm.
quick.
Yes.
Do you know how many times in my life an immigrant has told me, Jim,
hmm
I put 23 things in my basket, but I only paid for 21. Do you know
Right.
how many times I've heard that story?
Probably 1,500 times.
So how many times do you think USCIS has heard that story?
1,501 times.
15,000.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I wouldn't spend too much time arguing she didn't do it. I wouldn't argue that.
Right.
I think the
Right.
bigger argument is, so just to be clear, let's back up. When did she come to the United States?
First time was 2014, but this
On
she's
this
been travel. Excuse me.
on this visit, sorry.
This visit, oh, it's okay. Since April of 2024.
So
That's
she's
when
had
she came.
she's had a multiple entry visa, come and go for a long time.
Yes, sir.
And then when did you say in 2024? What month?
The incident with Walmart?
No, when did she? Oh, it's always
Oh,
Walmart. When did she?
I know, right?
When did she last enter the United States?
She last entered in April I think it was March of 2024.
And when she entered, were you already married?
No, we got married. I knew her for total of 3 years going on 4. But we got married last year in July.
So more than 2 months after she arrived.
Yes, more than 2 months after she arrived. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And then did the shoplifting charge occur before or after she applied for the green card?
Before.
So you disclosed it on the 45.
Yeah, disclose it on the 45. What does that mean? I'm sorry.
You marked yes when it says, have you ever been arrested, cited, or detained? You put yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay. And did it happen on this trip or a prior trip?
This trip. This all happened within this trip a year ago.
When she came to customs the last time, did she talk to CBP at all? Did they just wave her in? What happened?
No, it happened.
No,
before we got married.
It happened before we got married.
Okay. Right. I know, but when I'm asking about the entry now. On the entry,
Yes.
the last time she entered the United States
Was last year.
Did they ask her why she was coming or what she was doing or what?
Go ahead, answer.
Yeah, it was just quite normal. This is the first time something like this ever happened to me.
Well, we're putting the shoplifting. I'm just trying to get about the entry. I'm asking about other issues than you're asking. You asked me about. I'll get to the shoplifting, but I'm still trying to make sure we're not going to get in trouble for like misrepresenting our way into the United States. So they didn't ask you why you're coming or what the purpose of your visit was or any of that stuff, did they?
Not really. Maybe 2 questions or so, but I don't have any memory of that. I don't get trouble coming in.
What did they say?
Probably, maybe what's the purpose of your trip and how long you're staying?
And what'd you
Just
say?
those basic questions they would normally ask.
I know, sweetheart, but they're not basic questions when you then get married and apply for a green card. They're at that point no longer basic questions. They're questions that may lead to a finding of misrepresentation, which is why I'm asking.
Okay. So I did came in on last year, March 2024, and we got married around July 2024, and we submitted our application in September.
I know, but what I want to know is when the officer asks you, why are you coming to the United States here in March of 2024? What is the purpose of your visit? What did you say?
Visiting family. Probably. I can't remember. To be very honest, I can't remember. Or bringing my mom, because usually I also bring my mom. She's a green card holder, and she comes back and forth.
She came on that visit?
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did. I brought my mom with me and my daughter. Yeah.
And so did you go in different lines?
No, we all 3 checked together.
Okay. And then did the person who called, your now husband, did that person pick you up at the airport?
No.
Okay, so how long after arrival did you guys first see each other on this trip?
Just a month after.
Okay. All right, so I'm not worried about that so much. So now tell me what happened at the interview about the shoplifting charge.
Okay, the interview lasted roughly about under 25 minutes, and the UCIS officer, she asked me about the Walmart incident, which I explained, and she took a statement, which I signed, and it was quite normal, and she gave me a paper saying our case is actively being under review.
Yeah, and when was that interview?
That was on May the 20th of this year.
What do you say?
I didn't get that.
What city did you have your interview in?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay. So, I mean, I do think it's probably held up because of the shoplifting charge. They always have to talk to a supervisor about that. Was it a lot of money?
No. It was just less than 200.
Yes, under $200.
I would gather some evidence over the next 2 weeks of your good moral character to counterbalance that, and I would send that off to USCIS and say, hey, or upload it and say, hey, we want to upload our file, and here's some evidence that I'm a good person, and that I shouldn't be defined by this one shoplifting charge. It was a mistake that I made, and I'm actually a really good person. And then submit letters, notarized letters from people that say that you're a good person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and when we also did the criminal background check, there's no background
No record.
no record of me, but just the court
Yeah.
record of what happened.
Yeah, it's all, but that's all. It's still that doesn't mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Oh, hey, what about the kid? Did your husband file for the kid?
My daughter, she was actually born here.
She's a citizen.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, guys.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye. This is funny. Medium Rare says, I'm not a lawyer, but I swear I could do an intake interview at Jim's law firm at this point. I actually think our best intake specialists listen to the show every day. Who knows? The best, I think there's immigration lawyers that watch this show. I think there's immigration officers that watch this show. I think if I had been a new lawyer and there was a show like this, I would have been watching it all the time, because think about it. How many cases do we cover in 90 minutes, you guys? How many cases? Probably everybody's 6 or 7 minutes. So let's say 6 minutes. So that's 15 cases a show. So you can learn a lot, and you can get my rhythm and my questions and sort of what do I do? I always start at the beginning. I always go back to, tell me when you entered. Tell me about any problems before you entered. Tell me how you entered. Tell me what happened when you entered. Tell me what you did right after you entered. Have you been out of status? Have you had any crimes? Have you, when did you apply for what? What did you apply for? Who helped you? Did you do it by yourself? Did you do it with a lawyer? Did you submit a lot of evidence? Did you submit a little evidence? Any interactions with CBP or customs or ICE or anybody, I mean, we do the same thing pretty much every time, and you never know what you're going to hear on this show. That's for damn sure. The stories are crazy. Let's go back. Did Lordy wake up? Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Go
Oh,
ahead.
perfect. My microphone was on the wrong setting.
No worries.
So I actually have already hired your firm, and they are working on my K-1 visa, but we've been doing so much paperwork.
Just real quick, let's be careful not to disclose any confidential stuff.
Oh, yeah, sorry, so sorry.
Okay, so just ask me like general stuff or about a hypothetical person.
Okay. My issue is with when it comes to the interview that I'm gonna have to have for the application. I had an issue with the border, and I did talk to my lawyer about this already, and but we didn't really get a lot into it. Ever since I had started crossing the border over the last 4.5 years, I have always been taken into secondary. Without a skip of a beat. There has not been one time that I never was put in secondary, ever, until just recently, 2 months ago, where they stopped doing that. I'm not sure why it happened, and I'm just curious if that's going to be something they ask at the interview and how I'd go about that, because I don't even know why it happened.
Canada or Mexico?
Canada.
Again, we're not talking about you. We're talking about your hypothetical friend, Mary, okay?
Yes.
So we're talking about Mary. So Mary has gone back and forth from Canada to the U.S. many, many times, and there was a good long while there where every time Mary came into the United States, Mary got pulled into secondary.
Yes.
Does Mary have a common name or an unusual name?
Unusual name, yeah.
Does Mary have any guess as to why they kept pulling her into secondary?
Not a clue. Mary's never done anything criminal. Mary's never done really anything. Kind of a hermit.
Yeah. I'll say this. I'll say it this way. You're probably not going to like this, okay?
Oh gosh.
It's probably nothing. It's probably nothing. But if someone were to ask me, hey, Jim, what's one thing that happens to people when they try to enter the United States that sometimes indicates that their immigration case might take longer than other people? I would say getting pulled into secondary is on the list.
Gotcha.
So nothing really to worry about.
Okay.
Nothing
crazy.
Nothing serious, but it might mean things go a little bit slower, but I'm not worried about that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's not a problem, as long as it's not something that might cause serious issues.
Yeah, I think you're good.
Oh, okay, thank goodness. Okay. Thank you so much, Jim.
How's the team treating you, okay?
Oh, yeah, no, they're fantastic.
Good.
I couldn't have asked for a better lawyer team.
Oh, great. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear it. Let us know when it all goes well, okay?
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Thank
All right. Yep, for sure. I-751, hello. You're on mute, I-751.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Actually, I applied for my husband, and he came to US for R1 visa, B1, and actually. Actually, we had an interview on 16th of July. This 16th of July for I-751. And they asked me they asked us couple of questions. First, they actually my husband don't have last name, so the officer asked her why you don't have last name, and he said because in our culture we don't it's common, but in my knowledge it was not common. For me it's like everybody has their last name. So I was scared, like maybe she know about our country and she know this is not the culture. So I told her no, we have last names. I think he don't know like this. And she wrote it down, and then she asked us, did you travel anywhere? And we said no, we don't. And then my husband has 4 kids back there to our country, and he don't have good relation with them. He talk through court to them, and I never talked to them because so she asked me why you didn't talk to his kids yet. They are his kids. So I tell her like he don't have a good relation with them. And then she asked me, did you talk visit to their parents? I said no, we will go, but yeah, we didn't visit yet. She asked, did you talk to on phone? Then I said no, I never, like I didn't talk to them on phone. And then she I think she looked shocked on that answer of me. And then she asked for a proofs, what proof do you have? So we already sent them everything, like lease, insurance, bank account, credit, joint credit, and every legal and tax return. And she asked he's going to show her, and she said like I already have all this stuff. Show me what can you prove your marriage, I need more proofs. And we also gave her some pictures too, but she said these are not enough. Go at home and send me proofs, like what you guys do together, what hobbies do you share with together, what time you spend. And I need that kind of proofs. And we asked to her like which kind, we are not understanding which hobbies or what you're talking about. She said I don't know, every couple has different um, uh, different lives. So you know what proof you can give. And then we came back home and upload some receipts, like Walmart receipts. We don't both name on it, and some more pictures. And what else? And then she also didn't proceed with the N400. She said like first you have to. So
How long have you been married?
4 years.
So USCIS expects after 4 years that you have a lot more marriage evidence than you did when he first came, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So if I were to ask you, what evidence did you submit with the 751? What did you send them when you first sent in the 751?
Joint tax, lease, joint bank accounts.
Do you use the joint bank account?
Yeah, we do.
You put money in it and you pay your bills out of it?
Yeah.
Okay. And did the officer make any big deal about his last name, or was just about the marriage evidence?
She asked like this, and he said we do have culture, and I interrupt him, and I said no, we have culture. So she wrote it down, those things like both statements, and then she at the end she was saying, I need more proofs like about your marriage.
Mm-hmm. Do you have our marriage evidence list?
Yeah.
You have our list. We have a list of all the marriage evidence that we use. Do you have that?
Yes, we send all those stuff.
You have my list that we use.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So did she actually give you a formal RFE, request for evidence, or did she tell you to just upload stuff?
She said just upload.
So what evidence of hobbies or activities with each other did you upload?
We just send some pictures like in the airport, plane, and helicopter. One time we sit in helicopter, and then restaurants.
Okay. You know how you were talking to me before about his family? He doesn't get along with his family, and so they don't really know they haven't really met you yet. You know that? Remember how we talked about that?
Yeah.
Is that true for your family too? Do they know about him? Have they talked?
Yeah, they know. And we also have show them pictures with my parents.
Do they live? Does your family live in America?
They came last year, and yeah, they lived with us and then went back.
They stayed with you?
Yeah.
So if I were your lawyer, I would spend time interviewing your mom and your dad and whoever else came, and I would get a notarized statement from them saying, yes, we know him. Yes, he doesn't have a last name. Yes, we know that they're married. Yes, we stayed with them. Yes, we know that we talk to them on Skype or Skype, on FaceTime or whatever all the time, and make more evidence from them that they know about you. I think that would be helpful.
Okay.
All right.
And my husband, he's always saying he has like we send them a lease and insurance, joint accounts, and all this stuff. So we send them all the proofs. So we don't need to send. These are more than enough. So is it correct, or we need to have more proofs?
I'd say as much as you can. If they're asking for more marriage evidence, you should throw everything you got at them. Everything.
Yeah, when I tell to him like we should have send them gift invoices and
everything, anything they don't already have, upload that shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we are not getting reply from them. It's more than 2.5 months. So how long we have to wait for their reply?
When did he file the N-400?
It's in February 2025.
So I say you have to wait at least until then, February of 26.
Oh, okay. 1751 is filed as 2024, February 2020.
But you got to win the marriage case first. They can postpone the N-400, and they do that. They're just messing with you. They're just being assholes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got to go.
Okay.
Thanks for the call. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. When we
can do something for lawsuit or something.
मुझे नहीं समझ आ रहा. Sorry. Okay.
How long should we wait more? Yeah, I'm sorry, Jim. Is there any time limit we can wait for, or is there any time we can file a lawsuit?
I said February of next year.
February next year. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
If you don't have anything by February next year, then we'll sue on the 751 and the N-400 all in one lawsuit.
Okay, we'll call you then. Thank you very much.
All right. See ya. All right, everybody. How much for status adjustment? Our legal fees for adjustment, consular processing, all that stuff is $5,500. Have a great night, everybody. Have a great day. I'm not doing anything immigration related tomorrow, mostly. Actually, I'm giving a talk tomorrow at 7 Central. I'll try to record it. Amani and I are going to do 12 things every Muslim needs to know about immigration. We're going to do that at the Northwest Islamic Center. We got way too many damn slides, but it should be good. We got an hour, so we will go as fast as we can. I'll try to record it and then maybe we'll upload it on Wednesday. Have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you. Oh, Monday. I don't know about Monday. Monday's not looking good. Let's see here. Do we have it slotted in there somewhere? Yeah. Oh, Nora doesn't have a game. Wait, no, she does have a game, I think. Hold on. Let me see here. Probably no show on Monday. Let me see. Arbiter. Yeah. Well, I'll keep you posted. That's why you should text the word show, SHOW, to 314-470-3300. And we'll let you know when we're doing our next show. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, the Jets are on Monday Night Football. That's going to be pathetic. Jets, Dolphins. I saw somebody say they should move that game, flex that game over to Comedy Central because they're so bad. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you soon. Thanks for your help, Uli. Big ups to all the Yardies. I'm great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of invasion.